guys, welcome to your first clinical quarter here at Rasmussen College. My name is Carissa Legg and I'm going to be your lecture instructor for the next 11 weeks in your Fundamentals of Clinical Laboratory Techniques class. Now, you'll notice that you can actually see my Blackboard screen here. And what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to take you on a quick virtual tour of all of the things that will be important for you to know moving into this quarter. And I know it can be overwhelming this first quarter, so hopefully this video will help kind of curb some of that fear for you. The first thing that I want to point out to you is that you will notice that in your Blackboards, when you first sign on, this is exactly what it will look like. You'll have your courses over here on this side. Now you'll notice I probably will have more than you guys do, but that's just because I'm an instructor. Nothing to be afraid of. There's nothing wrong with it if you don't have what I have, okay? What you want to look for the lecture course is you want to look for the title that says MEA 1350. There's going to be no other letters after that, just the 1350. That means that it is the lecture course. So let's go into that for a minute. And when you get in, a couple of really important things I want to point out to you guys. First and foremost, always check this course announcement section. This is where I will set up, and I will actually show you kind of a quick video here. This is where you're going to see any sort of content for the week that is really important. My weekly videos that I'll put up that will help with discussion board topics, quizzes, assignments, anything like that, you will find it right here in this course announcement section. Second section that's going to be really important to check out is this one here that says instructor information. That will have my direct line on campus, so if you ever need to call me, you've got questions about homework, quizzes, discussion boards, anything that you have a question about, right there is where you're going to go. Anything that has to do with this course, you can use either the course messaging here in Blackboard, or you can actually use my direct line on campus, okay? The other thing I will say is that on my courses, I typically put up an additional course information that will have countdown timers. And those countdown timers are set to when things are going to be due. So as you can see for this example here, this is all for Module 11. So I'm making this obviously at the end of a previous quarter, but you can see that they only have a couple of hours between when assignments are due, okay? So now that we know what your home page looks like, is going to be set up as, I want to move into some other really important information. So I'm going to take you over to this sidebar here. And the first thing I want you to do is I want you to click on or look at the My Grades section. Now for me this will be different, but for you, you can actually see your full grade book here. And any time that I grade something for you, your grade will show up here. And if you actually click on the grade, you can see my feedback on that assignment. So if you're ever questioning like, why did I get that grade? Or I wonder what my grade is for my Module 1 discussion post. You can go to your My Grades section and find it there. Very important section for you guys to make sure that you are watching and keeping on track with. Second thing is you're going to go to course messages. And this is where you can email myself or other students in the course. All you need to do is click Create Message, and then you'll be able to kind of filter it from there. Okay? If, however, I email you, you'll see that a number will show up here in this unread section for inbox, and that's where you can pick up those emails from me. I typically will try to email you, especially if maybe you didn't complete an assignment on time, or maybe I want you to redo an assignment because it was completely wrong, or something to that effect, something that I would need to email you about. I'm typically going to go through email first. If I don't get a response via email, I'll probably start calling you, and trust me, nobody wants that. So please make sure you're checking your emails. Typically, I say about 3 times a week, just so that way you stay on top of it, okay? I'm going to also show you what the tools section looks like here on your sidebar. Great place to look, especially if you're maybe like, I wonder when things are due, and you really want to find out when those are due. We have this beautiful guy here, the calendar, and if you click on it, it will take you to your course calendar, and it will show you all of your due dates, And I typically fill this out at the beginning of the quarter, and it is set from the beginning of the quarter till the end of the quarter. So you will know every week, starting from week 1 till week 11, what's going to be due each week, okay? If you want to know more about something, if you click on the posting, you will actually see more information come up about that. So good thing for you guys to be looking at is your course calendar as well as your course messages. All right. After you've looked at kind of those things, the next really important section to go to is your syllabus. And the syllabus is going to give you kind of a description of what the course is and what the requirements will be for this course, for your lecture course. Now, remember, lecture and lab will go hand in hand. I may not be your lecture teacher, or maybe I am, and your lab teacher, so I might be both, or I might just be one. But if it has to do with the lecture course, please make sure that you're contacting me if you have questions, especially about assignments, quizzes, discussion boards, your grade in that class. I will be able to help answer any of those questions. Please read through your syllabus as well, because there is some really important information, especially surrounding what your grade needs to be and what your grade will consist of, okay? So check out your syllabus as well. You'll also have a link to your e-textbook right underneath the syllabus. So you can see it's going to, as soon as you click on that, it'll redirect you to your bookshelf. I'm going to go ahead and close out of that because I don't need to check out the bookshelf, but you definitely will as the medical student, okay? Next, you'll have your getting started, which is a beautiful thing because it's going to kind of, again, walk you through like what this course is going to be, what you really need to be looking at, what you need to be paying attention to, and all the really important pieces. So please make sure, again, that you are checking out the getting started section, okay? Now, each week you will see a new module open, and modules will always open the Friday before the next week. So, for example, you guys are obviously will have Module 1 open, but then this coming Friday, Module 2 will open for you. Okay, for me as the instructor, they're all open all the time. But for you guys, it will open one at a time so you don't get overwhelmed with them. Okay? So I'm going to click on Module 1 here just to give you an example. And you can see now that we're in Module 1, there are 3 course folders. There's one for lesson content, one for assignments, and one that I like to put in as well called rubrics for grading. Now, I'm going to start at the top. We're going to go into lesson content first. And this is kind of going to give you an overview of what you'll be learning for the week. So you'll see your objectives here, which will explain, kind of what Module 1 is all about, okay? Then you can see your assignments comes next. It will give you the chapters that you need to read. Sometimes it's full chapters. Sometimes it's just sections of the chapter. So please pay attention to that, okay? And then you can kind of see the breakdown start to happen. It gives you some content on medical assisting here, the different types of duties, and that good breakdown there. You'll have your orientation with our national coordinator, Denise Pufall. So please make sure that you're watching that. It will be important for you guys to be able to listen to that. And if you have any questions, you can bring them to myself or your lab instructor. You can see your activities here. These blue hyperlinks are videos, so please make sure you're taking a few minutes to watch those as well. And then it'll start talking about your course project. So that's kind of the lesson content for Module 1. So now let's say that we want to check out what are our assignments for the week. So if you click on assignments, you can see you've got your discussion board and a quiz. So discussion boards are very simple. The content that you need to add is right here on the screen. Once you click on this, that will not show up anymore, and what it'll do is it'll take you directly to the course discussion board feed. If you want to maybe post a new posting, click this button here where it says create thread, and that will help you to create your discussion board. You can write them here in directly into the course feed, the direct thread feed, or you can copy and paste it from Word. So if you decide that you want to go into Word and type it up there, that's perfectly fine. You can copy and paste that over, okay? So I'm going to go back here. Obviously, those are your assignments, but I'm going to check out that last folder here, which is rubrics for grading. So for this week, you can see that the discussion board rubric is here. I highly, highly, highly recommend reading through this, seeing what you need to add in your discussion post, what I'm looking for, how I'll be grading you, because all of those things are extremely important. So you don't get confused when you maybe do see your grade at the end of the week, so you have an idea of what I'm going to be grading you on, okay? The quizzes are self-grading, so I don't really typically grade those. They will grade themselves, okay? So that is kind of the basic walkthrough of your lecture course. The things that, again, are really important: check your course messages, check your course calendar, make sure you're watching the weekly course announcement videos. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or fears, email me or give me a call. My number is right on your homepage. Making sure that each week you're checking, once you get in, you check your lesson content, your assignments, and that the rubrics for grading. Please make sure that you're reading through your course syllabus. The last thing I want to touch on before I end this video is I'm going to take you here to this discussion board, because the first thing I want you to do is you have this student lounge area right here. And the student lounge area is kind of a get to know me section. So I've already posted mine in there, so please take a few minutes, read through my discussion board here. And the other thing I want you to do is give me a little bit about yourself as well. What brought you to Rasmussen? What are your driving forces to go into this field and complete this field? What are some hopes or dreams that you have for yourself? What are some fears that you have going into this quarter? Tell me a little bit about yourself so that way I can help you, okay? Second thing is this general course questions. So anytime you have a question and you're like, you know what, maybe somebody else already has this question or maybe asked this question, check out this section first so that way you can see if it's already been addressed or asked. If not, throw it in there. I don't mind if you use the general course questions. I highly recommend that you do, because this is a new course with new problems all the time. I've got students who come with me, especially about questions about homework or where to find resources or anything to that nature. So make sure you throw them in the general course questions, and then everyone can see the answer, and we can have that fixed right away if you do have any questions. All right, guys, that is all I have for you for this kind of intro video. I'm very excited to have you here in the lecture course for Fundamentals of Clinical Laboratory Techniques. I look forward to an amazing and awesome 11 weeks with you guys. Don't forget, if you've got questions, reach out to me. I'm not a scary person. I will answer you typically within 24 hours. So please make sure that you are always reaching out to me if you have any questions, comments, or concerns. I look forward to what's going to happen in the next 11 weeks, and welcome to your first quarter here at Rasmussen College. Bye, guys.